Hey, welcome to Texting Tuesday. Today's session, we're going to dig into the What's the One Thing Summer Edition. It's a great script that you can use to get both buyer and seller clients. It's a script that you should use once a season, hence today being the summer edition of the What's the One Thing script. I've been away and traveling for quite a while. So this is the first session in a while that I'm here in my home office, back on my my home field for one of these sessions, and I'm excited to dig in. And I'm also really excited to generate some client opportunities for my own business, which is part of the reason why I do these Texting Tuesday sessions. Is it creates opportunity for myself and my buyer specialist and other agents in my team. So good stuff all around. Some housekeeping items before we dig in. Above or below this video, you can find a number of resources, including a free class on what I believe is the best source of new listings in this shifting market that you can be tapping into. You can go to absenteeclass.com to check that out. There's also a link to check out the Real Script Vault. If you haven't checked that out, you definitely should. We take these sessions and we break them down and make them easily accessible, ongoing, so that you can go and grab whatever you need right here and now to create more client opportunities in your business. Lastly, I will mention that if you're interested and would like to explore partnering with myself in my organization and getting our hands-on help to build your business, to get you more clients, and eventually help you get off the transaction treadmill, you should go to growwithjosh.com/chat. Growwithjosh.com/chat and schedule a call. If you're watching on Facebook, do me a huge favor and hit the like button, or maybe even the heart button. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you have subscribed to the channel. Make sure you smash the bell to be notified of new live sessions like this, and make sure you hit the like button on the actual video itself. And if you're watching on LinkedIn, hit that like button or that light bulb button. We need to get some engagement here. We need to hack the algorithm a little bit. So I want you to comment below. Did you set off any fireworks yesterday or this weekend? Did you set off any fireworks yesterday or this weekend, for that matter? We didn't set any off, but we had a whole bunch going on in different corners of our neighborhood. So we had quite the fireworks show, and we didn't even have to set any off and take any risks of that. So let me know in the comments, yes or no. Did you set off any fireworks yesterday or this weekend? Janice says no fireworks here. Thank you for that. All right. So let's go ahead and we're going to dig into the What's the One Thing script summer edition. Okay. Summer edition. And you'll see the only change that we use or make to this script is simply making note of the season that we're in. Okay. And this is a script that can be adapted for both buyer and sellers. And I'm going to show you both examples. And I will tell you how you can get the document. Every one of these live sessions, Mike on my team puts together a document with all of the scripts, the variations of the scripts and templates, additional resources, etc., that you can use to easily swipe and deploy or rip off and duplicate for your business. Okay. So with all of that said, it's a light crowd today. I'm assuming because maybe some are still recovering from Independence Day. But if you're hopping on late, right, and if you're watching live or after the fact, I would love to know, did you personally set off any fireworks yesterday or this weekend? We had several people, none of which have done it themselves. And let's see here. Let's go ahead. I'm going to share my screen. Sometimes I forget to do that. Here we go. So we're going to pop on over to KV Core. That's our all-in-one CRM, IDX website, landing page, squeeze page. It's really our business in a box. And we love it here at EXP. It's one of the many reasons why you might want to explore partnering with us, because we can help you build your business right inside of this incredible technology. If you don't have this platform, Okay. You can use whatever you do have, Lion Desk, Wise Agent, maybe something that your company provides, etc. Or just take these scripts and manually send them out. And I know we call this Texting Tuesday, but as a reminder, and I'll show you examples of what it can look like, you can take these scripts and use them via email. Maybe you only have email addresses for your database. Well, you can send this out, this concept out via email. So I'm going to go in KB Core, I'm going to go to my Smart CRM. I'm going to go to filters and we're going to choose prospect and new lead. We're going to choose contact details. I'm going to try to anyway. It's always a little bit slower when we're live streaming like this. I'm going to choose buyer. I'm going to say has phone, has email, subscribe to text. And I'm going to also, just to illustrate some of the other cool functionality here, we can, let's see here. We can choose hashtags to add as well. So Central PA pool home, Central PA new construction. And that will, it's just another way, another really cool way that we can segment our lists within here, this tagging functionality. So I'm going to leave it at that. We'll apply the filters and see what we come up with. It's loading up here, loading. Okay, so how many columns do we have? Oh, it's interesting. Only 179. Must have done something wrong here. Or maybe so many of them are active right now. No hashtag. Well, you know what? That's fine. We've got a decent sized list here, good enough. I'm going to go ahead and click message here. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? Even though I illustrated this, I'm gonna remove these because we're gonna send this to some of the folks while we're live here, but then after the fact, we're gonna send it to more, and we need to have some way of managing that. So I'm gonna reapply those filters. Let's see how many we get in this situation. Okay, now we've got 8 pages of it. That seems more like it. So I'm gonna go to page 8, and I'm gonna work our way back in here. So I'm going to send a couple of these so you can see. I will send the seller variation as well. And then I'll show you what it would look like in email form. So I'm going to select mass text and I'm going to say, just curious, what's the one thing stopping you from buying your dream home this summer? You know, thanks, Josh.schoenly. Right? Just curious, what's the one thing stopping you from buying your dream home this summer? Always good to read aloud your scripts before hitting that send notification. Always good to read them aloud before you press send. Okay. So I'm going to copy this and I'm going to go ahead and let her rip. I'm going to show you a couple of different ways, simple ways that you could vary this or mix it up a little bit. Okay. Just, just to give you some more ideas. And by the way, since we're waiting for this to load, and I already mentioned it once, if you would like the document that Mike on my team will put together with all of the scripts, the variations, the resources, anything you need to deploy to R&D, rip off and duplicate, or swipe and deploy that we shared here, all I need you to do is comment below one thing. Comment below one thing. Comment below one thing, whatever platform you're on, whether you're watching live or after the fact, comment below one thing, and Mike on my team will send you that document with everything as promised, the scripts, the variation, the resources, et cetera, et cetera. And if you don't get that within 24 hours, then just email mike@growwithjosh.com. Mike, M-I-K-E, @growwithjosh.com. Okay. So comment below one thing if you'd like that. Here's another variation. We could say just curious and then their first name. Just curious, first name. We're going to send that. Let's see if we can come up with one other variation before I show you very simply what the seller variation is, or the seller example of that is, and how we would, how this might look if we were sending it by email. So let's go to page 6 here. Okay, this is the right page. Sorry. So we're going to select these again. Mass text. Just curious, what's the one thing stopping you from buying your dream home this summer? How can we mix that up? Let's say we could just say, hey, this isn't a real big variation, but I'm still recovering from it being a holiday yesterday as well. Let's say, hey, first name. Hey, Josh, just curious. What's the one thing stopping you from buying your dream home this summer? I thought I had mixed it up again there, but thankfully not. I'm gonna send that, and then let's go ahead. I'm gonna use this same page here, and I'm gonna show you what a what the email would look like, and it's not all that different. Let's be honest. But let's go ahead and select that mass email. So I could do a subject line, just curious. I could say, I could use just their first name. Okay, I could merge in their first name, which, by the way, I'm going to paste this in here. So let's see here. For some reason, yeah. So I could just merge in first name. Okay. I'm going to go just curious. You could also say, what's stopping you? Question mark. What's stopping you? And I could even put in their first name, right? So lots of ideas here, lots of variations. If you're not sure, just use their first name if you have it, if you're able to. I'm going to go, hey, Josh, and I don't know why it merges differently. Lead first name versus first name, but I'm going to leave it there. Just curious, what's one thing stopping you from let me know. Thanks, Josh. Then I always include my super signature. Okay. Hey, first name. Just curious, what's the one thing stopping you from buying your dream home this summer? Let me know. Thanks, Josh. Okay. Now, let's take a minute and we'll flip this to the seller side. And you probably already figured out it's not all that different. We're just going to say, just curious, what's the one thing stopping you from selling your home this summer? Okay. What's the one thing stopping you from selling your home this summer? So let's see if we can. No matching results. That doesn't make any sense. Hold on. I'm going to have to clear it out. Sometimes it gets confused when we mix and match the filtering. So let's reset it. While this is happening, it gives me time to say once again, if you would like the document that Mike on my team will put together with all of the templates, the scripts, the variations, and any additional resources that will make it as easy as possible for you to R&D, rip off and duplicate, or swipe and deploy, just comment below wherever you're watching, whether it's YouTube, Facebook, or LinkedIn, and whether you're watching live or after the fact, comment below one thing. And Mike on my team will put that, will send that to you. And if you don't see the doc that we're promising within 24 hours, just go ahead and email Mike, Mike, at growwithjosh.com. Maybe Mike knows what the hell. How is this possible? I don't understand how it's not coming up. Let's see if I deselect all of that. Something is amiss here with the seller. Has phone, has email, subscribe to text. I'm not sure what's going on. Try one more time, and then what we'll do is we'll make sure. There it is. I don't know why that was doing that. It's clearly, yeah. Anyway, so we'll go to page 6. We're already at page 6 apparently, and yeah. See why? I'm going to try a new lead. I'm going to try it one more time here just to see what's going on. It's not possible. Well, the script is one. I'm going to figure this out while not streaming live. I don't know why it's being goofy like this, but the script is quite simply just curious, what's the one thing stopping you from selling your home this summer? And who would you use that script with? Well, home value leads, maybe Z buyer seller leads, motivated seller leads of some kind, anyone who is specifically noted as a seller lead in your database. It could be old home valuation leads. In fact, those are great. To re-engage this with this script. I see a bunch of you. Joe, there's no link for the text scripts. To get them, you have to just simply comment below, just like you did, asking that question with one thing. Comment below one thing, and then Mike on my team will reach out to get you the document that has the scripts, the variations, the resources, etc., that will make it as easy as possible for you to R&D, rip off and duplicate, or swipe and deploy, whichever you prefer. Okay. So there you have it. That's the What's the One Thing Summer Edition. It is a script that works wonderfully well, phenomenally well. It will get conversation opportunities. It will create client opportunities for you to re-engage old leads, get into conversation, and determine two things, really, because this is an aside. When you're having a conversation, whether it be by email, text, phone, Facebook Messenger, Instagram DM with a potential client, you're really just trying to determine two things. Can I help this person? How can I help this person? Can I help this person? How can I help this person? Can I serve this person? How can I serve this person? We're not trying to sell them anything. Can I help and how? Can I help and how? Right? That's all we're trying to do. And these scripts make it easier for you to open the door to those conversations, to find out those two things. So comment below one thing if you'd like the scripts and the variations and the resources, etc. Mike will get that together for you. If you don't see it within 24 hours, email Mike at growwithjosh.com, Mike at growwithjosh.com. Be sure to check out the additional resources above or below this video, including what I believe is the best opportunity for you to take listings in this shifting market, a free class at absenteeclass.com, including a link to check out the Real Script Vault if you haven't already done so, and including a link to schedule a time to chat with me about partnering together so we can hands-on help you build a client acquisition pipeline and eventually help you get off the transaction treadmill, which I think we all want more of. I hope you all have a great rest of the week. I hope you all recover from your Independence Day activities. As always, if there's anything at all we can do to help or support you in your business in any way, shape, or form, please don't hesitate to ask. You can comment below. You can send a private message, call, text, email me. I'm easy to find. Just Google me. Once again, have a great week. Hopefully, we'll chat soon. And take